Hi Cancer, thanks for joining me for the August of 2019 Taroscope with Animal Totem. I'm Vickie. This is the Rock and Roll Prophetess channel. As always, we're going to do the main reading with the cards I designed, the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, followed by the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards, also my own creation. And then if you're a Patreon level 2 subscriber, there's also going to be a bonus card pulled from the Sacred Path workbook. Sacred Path cards by Jamie Sam. So let's get into our reading. If you're watching this in July, there's still time to order that eclipse reading. The eclipse energy, it lasts for 6 months. I hope you came through that eclipse okay. Beyond that, I am going to open up again for the equinox readings because we'll be moving into the fall equinox before you know it. And what is in store for our Cancerian friends here? Cancer. Cancerian friends. Some swords. These swords have been coming out. I think it's a lot of clearing from these eclipses because eclipses can be pretty crazy, you know. It can really, you know, make big changes in our lives, that's for sure. Okay, last card for Cancer. Okay, well, you know, you do have a couple of swords cards. These same two sword cards keep coming out. I mean, so I think for a lot of people, there's been a lot of disruption in our lives during the eclipse season, and now we're into a time of settling. For you, it seems like it's clearing up some stuff here, and it's going to lead to some financial gains for you. So it may be that, you know, I hope not, but maybe some of you maybe lost your job or had a big blow up at work, or all of a sudden the source of income is gone. It's making way and it's making clearing. I think I'm going to clearing the way, because you know those eclipses were in your sign also. I'm going to put clearing the way as your headline. You know, it does remove obstacles. And sometimes there are obstacles that we didn't even know they were obstacles. You know, it removes things that were in our way. You know, it can be a very clearing. Sometimes it's painful, and especially if you're really holding on. And Cancer, sometimes you do that. But I want to tell you too, besides you having the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Empress here. So no matter what it is, you're going to end up in a better place, you know, for sure. You've got the Nine of Pentacles, you've got the Empress. Both of these women are sitting in abundance. You know, they're sitting in abundance. They're sitting in fullness. They're not worrying about whatever this is. It's moving out. It's moving away. Things are moving forward. Things are going to start moving forward. And one of the things that I like behind this is you have this poverty card in reverse. So I do feel for many of you that this was some kind of poverty issue. Like maybe you were holding on to some job that you hated just because you paid the bills and you were afraid to like aspire to anything else, but now you're going to have to. You know, now you're going to have to. There's some decision made. For some of you, this is going to be a decision outside of yourself. Some of you, it could be like, yeah, well, we're closing the company or we're laying off, you know. And then you're like, oh, I better hustle, I better hurry up. And then you end up with a way better job, period. For some of you, you've reached the end of your rope. And you're just like, you know what, I'm not putting up with this crap anymore. I am going to hustle. I am going to, whatever this is, it's an impetus for you to get moving and to get towards what you really want to do, okay? And you're going to be better for it. You're going to be better for it. These are two of the best cards in the deck. Additionally, this is a card of abundance and fertility. This is also somebody could be pregnant. And if it's not you, it might be this air sign female here. Well, actually, the Queen of Swords doesn't have to be a female, but when it shows next to the Empress, you know, it might be a woman who's pregnant. And she may be an air sign Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Another thing I want to mention is that we are having an Aquarius full moon on the 15th. So it could be something around that Aquarius moon, and bam. For some of you, this may have been some sort of health issue. This may have been some sort of health issue, and maybe that, you know, you had to have a surgery, because sometimes these swords can mean you have to have a surgery. So you may have had a surgery, and now you're better. You know, now you're definitely better. You're cutting away what's not needed. That's what they're showing me. What's not, and the Queen of Swords is doing it too. What's not needed, she's waving her sword around here, you know. What's not needed is being cut away and being let go of. For some reason, you still have trepidation. You still are a little bit on edge about it all. It's almost like you're looking at it like it's too good to be true. Because the Empress, there's nothing negative about the Empress. If it was an unwanted pregnancy, it would be the Empress in reverse. You know, there is, sometimes people don't want to be pregnant, I understand that. But it's not. It's in the upright position. The Empress is everything beautiful. It's the harvest. It's abundance, fertility. She has more than enough. She's well fed. She's healthy. She has fine clothing. She also has fine clothing. You know, for some of you, this new job, maybe, you know, you haven't had enough money to even go out and buy some nice, you know, different clothes for yourself. You may be able to do some clothes shopping or something along those lines. Maybe you have to dress a different way at your new job, but it's okay because you're making the money to do it. You know, maybe you have to wear business attire or, you know, different kind of clothing. There's something about it that you're looking at it like, oh, I don't know if I want this. And then what's not to want? There's nothing not to want about the Empress energy whatsoever. You know, the Empress is all everything. So yeah, it's favorable, it's positive. The Queen of Swords has something to do with it in a positive way. She's cutting through a bunch of stuff. It might be red tape even. If she's not somebody that's cutting things out like, you know, a tumor or something, it might be red tape or something like that. She might be able to cut through red tape. Some of you have been waiting on some kind of, like signed up for some kind of, what do you call that? Like, you know, where they give you help with housing or different things like that, you know. She might be able to cut through and get you your settlement or get you your, she might be a lawyer too. He or she might be a lawyer. Queen of Swords can be, the only reason I was leaning towards the females because it's by the Empress, but it really, in these general readings, the Queen can be anybody. It does not have to be only a female. But I'm going to refer to, yeah, I'm saying she, but they're cutting through some crap for you. They're clearing the way. It's like this is a machete and she's just cutting it all. They don't care. Here you are. Here, and it's your path to wellness on every level, body, mind, and spirit. Yeah. So you've been through some tumultuous times. It's not surprising. The eclipses were in your sign. You know, the new moon eclipse was in your sign. It's not surprising that these kind of swords, or, you know, cards and swords will be showing up in the reading. But then we got to look beyond it. And everything that's beyond it here is really very nice and beautiful. You can trust it. It's okay. It's real. You might be saying, oh, this can't be real. This can't be real. It's real. I'm here to tell you it's real, okay? All right, Cancerians, let's go ahead and get your animal totem card for you for August 2019. Cancer energy. What is the animal totem? It's the beaver. Well, the beaver is building his home. He's building the future. Sometimes you have to tear down in order to rebuild. But let's read what I wrote initially. Builder, dreamer, familiar friend, dwelling of land and water, afoot in two worlds. Your diligence can change the flow of the river. Be the architect of your life. Yeah, be the architect of your life. That's what this is allowing you. Whatever's being cut away or moved out, that's what it's allowing you. That's another message of the Nine of Pentacles, by the way. Nine of Pentacles, she's the architect of her life. She is independent. She is doing what she wants to do. She's not reliant on anybody else. Some of you, this might be your own business. Very often, the Queen of Pentacles runs her own business or is an independent contractor of some sort. I used to always use this card for realtor, you know, where you may be associated with, say, Century 21 or whoever, you know, some big real estate country. It's funny I said country, but I was trying to say company. And really, you know, but you're really in charge. You know, you can earn a lot or you can earn a little. You know, even though you may be affiliated with some company or a sales position, basically. You know, for some of you that might be it. Some of you it might be your own business. But the word ease stands out to me. You're going to experience ease, and that's what we all want, right? Okay, Cancer, if you guys are a Patreon subscriber, you can get the next part of the reading. In addition to doing these every month for all 12 signs, and the Patreon people get access to this, I also publish a weekly reading for our Patreon people, which is a week ahead, astrology and tarot. But that one I also offer as a pay-per-view for $2 and some change. You can find the link below. Don't forget to hit subscribe. I do appreciate everything you do to support me and the channel. Check out my website. I have books, t-shirts, coloring books, decks, all sorts of stuff. It all goes to me continuing to do the free readings each and every month on YouTube for many years now. Thank you so much for all your support. I appreciate you so much. Remember, you are love and beauty incarnate. Have a great month of August, and I'll speak to you soon.